So as a business, this is where you create your branches. To employees, this is where you register the users of your system. Employees got registered here. Add employees here. They can input the required data for the employees we want to register. And I'll just do quick one here. Add an employee. And automatically generates the user name for your employee. Save. Then now we have it as part of our employees, and after doing that we can quickly assign a role to the employee or the user. Assign a role. We currently don't have rental management app here, so how can we install it? You can simply install any app you want here. For example, if you choose store, you can just click install. You have this pop in install, or we are doing airRent here, so that's a rental management app installed. You see that we can go back to our users, and then now I try to assign the role to the user. As you see, the available apps installed, airRent is there. I'll choose the branch, then I will choose a department in that branch. I would want to now create a department for those who would collect data for the rental. So I will come back to my department and I'll create a marketing department. Saved, go back to the users. Okay, I'll assign that branch to assign the department to the branch, come back to users, and then I can now assign the department and then the role. I'll make it an administrator here so they have full control of the app. So you see it here. I'll do same for myself. I'll give myself the administrator level for airRent. Now come quickly and log in to airSuite with my credentials. After logging in, as you see that I have access to airRent here. Alright, so that's a mobile view to desktop. I'll click it, the access level pop up. I see it, and then that is where assets are created, right? But then let us quickly do some setup here. I'll create a block or walls. Sometimes hotels or schools or hostels mostly have a block and a ward, and then inside the block or ward they have sessions. So I'm creating sessions for that particular block I just created. So this is a default block I'm creating that will be used for all my assets. You can do that for individuals if you want. And this is where the clients are. Clients are also basically the ones who would be renting your items. When we come back to this place, that is where you create an asset to be rented or register your asset to be rented. If you register an asset here, it means that particular asset belongs to the business and doesn't belong to anybody else. So register asset that business owns here, and then when you rent them out, it will register as business asset. So let us go back to users, and assuming that we are selling to on behalf of somebody, we could quickly register a client here, or anybody that would want to reserve our assets, or anybody that you want to register as a landlord where you would want to rent out assets on their behalf. So I'll set myself as a landlord and I'll click on the diamond icon, the same one for the assets, and then you see that it will display my profile and the assets I own. As a landlord, then I can click the plus icon to add an asset here, and when it's clicked, you see the same features you saw when we were adding an asset for the business. So it's basically adding an asset for a landlord. So I just enter one bedroom, and then reference, most of the times it could be a hotel room number or apartment number or anything reference, and you have all type of asset that you can rent out. In this case, we are going for apartment. And the number of units have to talk with the number of items you have, the same item that you have. So if this particular item you have 3 of them or 20 of them, there's one bedroom and toilet and bath, would enter 3. It means you have 3 of these particular assets in the same place. So the more when people are reserving them, the numbers will be reducing until it gets to 0, and when they are freed or when they are let out, they will increase again. You enter the amount that you charge, and then per day, monthly or weekly or annually, you can enter them here. But in our case, we are going for monthly, so you can give a detailed description of that particular product or asset that you are renting out. We could talk about whether it has a balcony, whether it's tiles, it has POP, the paintings and environments and blah blah blah. And when it's saved, you see that it will appear at Qompass. But now it's no sale. Let me quickly come here and then can select the location here on GPS location on the map, or you can just click on the button to get the current location where you are currently, and then that would display on the map and to pick out the coordinates. And then when you're done with the details, just click save. You can refresh it and you see that it's here. Currently it doesn't have any image, but you fix that later. So these are the details that we entered, and then you can see that it's available. You can also edit it if you would want to. Okay. Now we'd want to add an image to this particular asset. You can add as many images as you want, so I just upload an image right now. Select any image I want right now. I'll just go for the blue lady, and then I'll just crop it, and then I'll give it a label. Maybe this is a toilet and bath image that you want to show. I can also give it a description if you want. And then I'll just save it, and now it's saved. If I refresh it, you should see the image that is picked. You can add as many images as you want, not just one image. So I'll come back to Qompass, now refresh it, and I see that the asset is now displaying, and then the details we entered are actually here. And that will be the description for the asset. The image setting. So now we'll try to reserve an asset for someone, and when it comes to reservation, you can reserve an asset when you press the key, and then you see the assets you have, and then the number of unit the person is trying to reserve. Then you quickly just reserve the assets, and that is basically all we have for the assets rental management system. You can register an asset as a business, or you can register an asset on behalf of a landlord or the owner and rent it out for them, and then they would appear on Qompass where the general public can see and then rent it out.